Hi, good afternoon. I'm Mike Gens, the Executive Director of the Children's Treatment Center Foundation. I'm here with Marnie Ball, our manager and responsible for client intake.
Yes, I am.
And we're going to talk today once again about CK Clicks for Kids. We've had such an incredible response. It's been less than a week.
Yes.
And we've got over halfway there as far as signatures to our politicians. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yay.
Totally awesome. Way to go, Chatham-Kent.
So we want to keep this going. And what we're going to do today is we just want to talk a little bit from Marnie's perspective about what we do at the center. And, you know, we've been waiting in the queue since 2011 to get our new facility. Mm-hmm. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the local politicians as well as our provincial politicians to look at us and be able to say, you know what, we're important in southwestern Ontario, we're important in rural Ontario, and our kids are really, really important. So other communities have gotten funding, we need our funding. So Marnie, tell us how dire the need is at the center. I mean, you know, I don't know if dire is a word for it, but it's definitely one of those things where we need a new center.
We definitely need a new center. I'll give you a little history on the center. Every year, our therapists see over 3,000 clients just in Chatham-Kent alone. Our center was not built for that capacity of children back then. In fact, it was only built for only like 1/10 of that population of children. We have children that can't even get in the doors here, Mike. When they get in the doors, some of the doors are not even accessible for our kids that come in through these doors. You can see the equipment piled over. When you walk into the center, you will see the equipment piled into the hallways. And the reason why we have that is because we're using storage rooms for therapy rooms. And our staff alone, like when they come in, if you go into a charting room here, we have charting rooms that are meant for 2 people. Well, we have 4 to 6 therapists in one charting room.
Yeah, and you know, you look at the fact of them doing our staff doing therapy sessions in the hallways.
Yes,
I mean,
yes. I see it all the time, Mike. I see it all the time. And my office faces our lobby area, and we see people, cute little kids. I love seeing them, but you know, it'd be nice to have the therapy space for that.
Yeah, we don't have space, and you know, accessibility is such a huge thing, and
It is.
you know, we're trying to get the local politicians to support, and we're not asking for money. We're really not asking for money. We're asking for support. And you know, one of the things that we found in Chatham-Kent, like we said last week, is that our community really, really supports causes where they can go online and click and put their name, so their first name, their last name, and their email address, and that's all you have to do. We're not expecting, you know, you to donate. We're not expecting you to, you know, do anything else. Just put in your name and your email address and send that off, so that on June the 7th, our politicians locally, as well as on the provincial level, when they do become part of the governing party, that they'll sit down and they'll look at us and go, you know what, rural Ontario matters and our kids matter. I mean, you know, we've had lots of different centers that have been built in the last little while. And they're beautiful facilities.
Very beautiful.
And we want one of those facilities,
we
you know, especially for accessibility.
Exactly. We need the province to see that we need their help to build a facility like the similar facilities that we visited just a couple weeks ago in Toronto.
Yeah, in Brampton. Yeah.
Yes. Because our kids with special needs truly, truly do need this. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I think the trick is that what we've come to realize here at the center is that this is a place that is a home for our kids.
It is definitely.
And
home.
they come here, and the parents and the kids and the staff don't judge anybody. They come here. This is their home. This is where their family is. And when you have 1,300 kids waiting on a list that can't access services, and you see it every day. You told me there was a poor woman in today who was crying because, you know, her daughter needs services, and we just can't get her on the list, get her off the list into the center itself. And as a parent, that's terrible. It's terrible to have that situation.
It breaks your heart. And speaking of home, this is just something I witnessed. I asked a client recently what was the best part about being here at the center, and the best response is, he says, "This place is like my home here. It's just like my home here." Thought it was in a Disney movie. But it's such a privilege to work here, Mike. I've been here for 30 plus years. Well, 33 years.
You started when you were 10.
I did. I was like quite young. Anyway, I have met some very wonderful long-term relationships with families here and children over the years, and it just makes my day to see their smiles and build those relationships with them and try to help them as much as I can. Just make their day easier.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, you know, we just want to have accessibility.
Yeah.
We want to have space that our staff can work in. We don't want to be doing therapy sessions in the hallways.
No.
We don't want to have overcrowding in areas where there's file cabinets, there's equipment that are sitting out in the hallways. We don't want to have all that stuff.
No.
We want to have, and most of all, we want the kids to be able to come into a space where it's accessible.
Right.
We know that right now we don't have that accessibility, and it's because of the fact that our building was built in '84, and we really need to have a new facility to be able to do that.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
we were going to do this, point down, go to CK Clicks for Kids, and what we need to do is just click on that and tell people that our kids are important and that we need space. Thanks.
Thank you.